So in today's Forza Horizon 4 video, I'm going to be doing something a little different than my usual. I'm going to be turning down the settings in-game and seeing how bad it can look. Now for the people who play on Xbox One, they will not get these kind of settings, it's for PC only. The Xbox One and One S have a 1080p 30 FPS with a mix of medium settings. The Xbox One X has a 1080p setting with mix of medium settings at that refresh rate and a 4K setting at 30 FPS. But with this, I can change a whole lot and make this game look absolutely terrible. Now most people think this game looks beautiful, and it does when you've got your settings high, but I can turn this upside down. Okay, so first off what we're going to do here is go into our presets, because I can change them. So on the top right of the screen you'll see my frame rate, it's kind of hovering around 75 FPS at the moment. I'll go into the video settings here and we can see we've got our basic options and we can go to advanced. Now my preset is actually custom, but let's say I want to change it onto ultra, I can do that. Now what I'm going to do is have it on the medium preset and then I'm going to hop back onto Forza to show you what this looks like turned down. Okay, so here we are with the medium preset on. I can immediately see that it does not look as good. Yes, so we have a whole lot less of multi-sample anti-aliasing going on. We are getting a higher frame rate. We're getting just over 100 FPS, which is good, but the game does not look as nice. Okay, yeah, so we can kind of see a lot of jagged edges, like on the normal Xbox One or the preset of 60 FPS on the One X. It kind of looks like this. We get a low amount of sample anti-aliasing, but our frame rate is obviously very good. So we can see that the in-car details look good, they always do, but looking into the car from outside, it doesn't look that great. With this car actually, you can't really see inside, so let me get something else you can see. Okay, so we've just got this very basic Hoonigan vehicle, and you can immediately see the texture detail inside the vehicle when looking outside is not as good. Now, this is basically what the Xbox Ones, the base ones, get, so yeah, this is normal for them, but for me playing on Ultra all the time, not for me. Now, you can also see that the detail on the trees, for example, they're not as thick, they're kind of less dense, as you can see, but they still look alright. For most people this is fine, but yeah, this is what they look like on medium. Okay, so I've just fast travelled down to Edinburgh to showcase the different textures, and as we can see on the ground, yeah, it does not look as nice. Now, yeah, they are lower detail obviously. Now it does look a bit muddier, like looking at the castle walls, like look at that, that is damn muddy. Okay, well, since we've actually looked at basically medium, I'm going to go into the settings and turn it down a little more. So, let's go to low. Okay, so immediately, coming back into the game, it does not look good. Now we are in Forza Vista where it does look a bit better, but when I go out and drive, you'll see that, yeah, the results are bad. Okay, this detail looks hilarious. Like, look at the trail for this driveway, it just cuts off, it doesn't even smooth out. And the jagged edges from the anti-aliasing, you probably can't see it on YouTube as much. Now also the interior level of detail has gone down even more. I didn't even know you could do that, but yeah, it's gone down. Oh boy, the interior actually looks bad. The tacho for the RPM itself is actually a lower detail. Now for some people this is still kind of playable. Like when you're driving around and not looking at the minor details, it actually looks okay. They've done a good job of optimizing it. My frame rate is also better. I'm kind of around 130 FPS, so that's pretty good. Now surrounding cars as well, a lower level of detail. You don't really notice when you're driving around, but yeah. Oh, this reminds me of like playing Forza Horizon 1, but yeah, that runs at 720p. I'm actually going to try something different and go into drone mode where I can showcase like the shops and stuff and other cars driving around. Give me a sec. Now, for a good chunk of people, they're actually running at this performance, but for me it's like, oh my god, this looks disgusting. Like, look in the shops, the detail inside has actually decreased a whole lot, so yeah, does not look as good. Now, I think we're also seeing a decrease in shadows. Now, we do actually still have them slightly, but there is a very low preset that we haven't used yet. So here with the crossing, you can see the actual detail inside the light. Oh my god, that's terrible. So I'm actually going to try and go into photo mode to see what this looks like, because I wonder if the detail will decrease there. Yeah, so it does look a whole lot less detailed, obviously. The jagged lines, it usually doesn't look like this. But yeah, they got to decrease the quality because, yeah, you got to keep the frame rate up for this. Now, some people probably think, hey, that looks fine, there's nothing wrong with it. Trust me, when you're playing in-game, you can see the details much clearer. Yeah, it's not fun. Okay, well, since I've actually showcased a round in low preset, how about we actually go into the very low preset? Oh boy, I haven't even gone into the main menu and this game looks crap now. What the hell? Okay, let's have a look in Forza Vista. Oh jeez, where the hell are the shadows? And it's funny, this game doesn't actually look a whole lot worse from low, apart from some things like the shadows being decreased. There probably is a level of detail that is lowered when you're actually outside driving as well, but here it looks okay. Now if you're thinking, is this as low as I'm going to go? No, I'm going to go lower, I'm serious. But first off, we're actually going to go outside and see what the heck this looks like. So it's actually nighttime, making it a little more difficult to see the actual shadow details, but once it becomes daytime, you'll see it way more. Oh boy, the interior doesn't look great now, it looks even worse. I didn't actually think the interior level of detail while driving in this view would actually decrease, but I was wrong, it actually goes down. Now what does this mean for my performance? Well, I'm seeing marginally better than low, but if you're going to play at this for a better frame rate, don't run at 60 FPS if your computer is able to do it on Ultra. Now it's kind of funny because while driving around, you don't really care about it, but if you're like sitting here looking at the level of detail, for example at the rocks, you go, ew, what the hell? Yes, also I think in the medium preset we lost night shadows, but now it's just lower. Okay, so I've just fast traveled to Edinburgh and we'll probably see in the break of day how bad this looks. Okie dokie, so it's a bit more daytime now, and with the headlights on, it kind of gets rid of the effect of the decrease of shadows, but I'm pretty sure if we go out further, like out on a dirt trail road, you'll see that it will look a whole lot worse. Actually, while we're still in Edinburgh, I'm actually going to check the level of detail. I can actually go back to the castle and you'll see with the bricks there especially, it showcases how much difference there is with this detail changed. Oh boy, yep, we're going to get closer and you're going to see it looks like mud. So you can actually see the different bricks that are not part of the main structure of the castle that are much higher quality. With the higher preset you can't actually see a difference, but with it this low you can. Okay, so I've come out to the wind farm to show the full extent of this. Now immediately you can see the texture of the dirt, it looks like mud. Okay, so in photo mode it actually increases the quality for like photography reasons, but the car's level of detail, as you can see on this NPC Subaru Liberty, it is much lower. Now my actual car does look a whole lot better, the quality is improved for I think photography reasons, because if it was lower like in the game normally, it would not be appealing. Now it is much less dense, like the grass for example, due to it needing to use less video memory, because the low preset is made for people who have low video memory cards, like a 1GB or 2GB card. Yeah, this is what they'd usually be using. Now it does look quite bad in 1080p without anti-aliasing. If you were to turn it up it would look a whole lot better, but that is one of the main things that eats performance. So yeah, if you're wanting to get best performance out of this game, do not turn anti-aliasing up. So if I actually zoom in here, you can see that the power lines are almost disappearing due to there being a lack of this anti-aliasing. Now in the distance you can also see that the foliage is so muddy, it's ridiculous. But that's what you're kind of getting yourself into when you're turning down the settings this low. But what I'm actually going to do now is turn it down to a lower resolution. Yes, I can actually do that. Okay, so we've kind of gotten to the point where we don't need to turn any more settings down here, but we can actually go to our resolution and change it. Now you can see that I'm currently at 1080p. What I'm going to do is go to 1600 by 900. Okay, so we have gone to 1600 by 900 and our FPS has increased a bit. Oh my god, 200 FPS. Yeah, that's a bit higher, but the quality has decreased again. Now things really don't look smooth. So if you're looking at, let's say, at the road markings on a different angle panning around, it looks really jagged. So as we drive closer to the foliage, it actually starts to render in, but if you're just far away, it won't be there to kind of save performance and the texture detail due to using less video memory. Yeah, I've already kind of got used to 900p. How about we turn it down even lower? Oh boy, what's our next step? I think we can go down to... what can we do? 1280 by 800? We'll give that a try. Yeah, it has got to this horrible level of detail. Now what's quite funny is that my performance actually hasn't improved, it's gotten worse. So I'm kind of confused about that. Yeah, this is starting to get really unbearable. Now I feel like I'm playing a game that was made in the early 2000s, it's got to that point. You know what, I'm actually going to turn it down to a lower resolution again. Now I think this time we can't actually go any lower possibly. But yeah, this will be the worst you can make it look without altering the game files. 1024 by 768. Let's see what this looks like. Oh boy. Yep, this does not look fun. Okay, now my performance is actually not much better. I can't really show you because the detail is so bad you probably wouldn't be able to see it on your screen. But yeah, this is just dreadful. This has gotten to a point where it's a early 2000s game. But yeah, this has not turned fun. Now most people, even in this current day and age, even with a low-end PC of some sort, will be able to run better than this. This is for those people who are running on a potato from the early 2000s that just can't run much. This is basically Minecraft spec, so you're getting the same kind of performance as you would in Minecraft, but yeah, at the cost of the looks, it's not great. Oh my god, look at the trees over there. That level of detail is just horrendous. Okay, yep, I'm not having much fun here anymore. I think we should end it soon because this is almost unbearable. Okay guys, well I'm going to end it here. Thanks for watching. If you want to subscribe and you want to like, that would be greatly appreciated. My channel has been recently growing great. I won't be doing more of this because yeah, this is not fun. Okay, I'll see you guys later in my next video, and peace.